to my manga haul for the month of December. Okay, so I've decided to break this up into a few different piles to go through. I did end up having quite a lot for this haul. So the first part is going to be stuff that I bought in November, but that didn't arrive until the start of December. So that's going to be the first lot. The next lot is going to be things that I bought this month off of Amazon or Book Depository. And then the last pile is going to be things that I got from a store called Kinokuniya in Sydney, Australia. I didn't go to the store the physical store, unfortunately. I would like to someday, but they had an online sale for Cyber Monday, and I bought some books to see what it was like. So I'll do those ones last so I can give you my thoughts on the store as well. But first we're starting with things that I bought in November that just didn't arrive yet. So first we have Volume 2 of Nana. So Nana, I had the first volume of Nana since I was about 14 years old. I read it way back then, loved it, and then haven't bought any more until now. But Nana follows the story of two girls, both named Nana, who by coincidence end up meeting and then end up living together in Tokyo. So one Nana is like a punk rock star. She's plays instruments. She's very punk rock. The other one is a bit ditzy and girly and naive. But somehow they seem to get along. This series is by Ayazawa, who I believe is quite well known, and on the back it advertises that it is the all-time best-selling shoujo title in Japan. I don't know if that's still the case because Nana came out quite a long time ago, but this is a recent reprint though, I think. If you ever wonder what printing you have, you go to this last page here and it should say, yeah, this is from the 8th printing, which was in January of 2020. So this year, that's interesting. That explains why it's so white compared to my other version. My other one is from, I think, 2007. And then I got it when I was 14. I'm 22 now. So, yeah, a long time ago. So it's no wonder that it's gone yellow. But, yeah, it's the second volume of Nana. The first volume was sort of like a backstory, for, like a prologue, not an epilogue, for each of the Nanas, which is why I only bought the second one instead of buying a few, because I just wanted to see what the story would be like once the two Nanas actually meet. I'm sorry if you can hear street noise in the background. I'm filming somewhere different today, but yeah. But I just want to see what it'd be like after they actually meet. And I really like it. I think I'm definitely going to get some more. It is a shame, though, that this series has never been fully completed. I don't know if I should count it as being finished or not. The story isn't finished, but it's basically on indefinite hiatus. And I'm not sure if the mangaka is ever planning to come back to it. But yeah, Nana Volume 2 is the first pickup for this month. Next, I got the first volume of Dengeki Daisy. I've seen a lot of people recommend Dengeki Daisy, and I really liked the premise. So I picked it up. That's the back if you want to pause it and read it. So I read the first few chapters online and liked it, so I thought I would buy the first volume. I haven't read the first volume yet, but it looks very good. I did enjoy the chapters that I read online, and I think there's only an extra 1 or 2 chapters in here. So from what I read so far, it does seem like a good series. Also, I've noticed that this mangaka has done quite a few things. I think she's also the same one that does QQ Sweeper and Queen's Quality. I haven't read either of those yet, but I would like to. But if you've read Dengeki Daisy, let me know. Oh, and if you're wondering about I should probably tell you about the story. So Dengeki Daisy is about a girl whose brother passes away. She doesn't have her parents around. But her brother gives her a phone before he passes away and says, if you ever feel lonely, just contact Daisy. So she contacts Daisy every day and they talk, just to let Daisy know that she's okay. She has no idea who Daisy is. But one day at school, she ends up breaking a window by accident and having to work for the janitor here to pay off the debt of breaking the window. And as you can probably infer, the janitor is actually Daisy, but she doesn't know that. So yeah, this is her event. This is their story of her finding out who Daisy is and I'm hoping maybe their relationship will change over time, but we'll see. So that was Dengeki Daisy. Next, I have volume 12 of Ultraman. I have a few different volumes of Ultraman. I have the first one and then a few other random volumes. This is another random volume, just because every now and then on Amazon, these volumes will go down to like $5 each. And I just pick up the random volumes when they go down in price. So I did like the first volume of Ultraman, but it's not a high priority for me to collect. So I just get them when I see them cheap. But Ultraman is about a guy who likes girly things and who has a crush on a girl who is a bit more masculine, but who doesn't really like guys who are feminine. So it's just him trying to get her to like him for who he is, I think. So yeah, I like the premise. It's nice to see the gender roles first. Oh, I'm sorry, I shook the camera by accident. Next I have volume 5 of Kami-sama Kiss. I like Kami-sama Kiss. I really liked the anime, both seasons of it, and I wanted to read it. I've been trying to collect it for a while, but I'm having a really hard time getting some of the volumes now. I think it's just because of the coronavirus and the whole pandemic thing. I think that the printing has slowed down a lot, because I cannot find volume 4 anywhere. Because I have the first 3 and then the last volume in the special edition, but I couldn't get 4 to go before this one. So I skipped to 5 for the time being, because I have seen the anime and know what happens in that volume, but I would really like to get it and read it properly. If you don't know about Kami-sama Kiss is about a girl who ends up homeless because her dad ends up in debt and leaves her. She gets kicked out of her house, and then she ends up going to this shrine. But she meets a man named Mikage and saves him from a dog. The dog isn't actually attacking him, but he's frightened of the dog, and she shoos the dog away and gets Mikage out of a tree where he's hiding from the dog. And he tells her that she should go to the shrine if she doesn't have a home, and to say that Mikage sent her. So she goes to the shrine and meets Tomoe, who is on the front cover here. He is a fox spirit and a carer, and Mikage's familiar. But after that, he ends up becoming her familiar, and this is about their growing relationship, and also about Nanami trying to take over the shrine and keep it running correctly, and all the weird yokai she meets and things like that. Like this little one here, some kind of fish person. I don't remember what the actual name is, but a kind of fish person. So yeah. The next thing is 2 volumes of the same series. So I have volume 2 and volume 3 of Horimiya, which I haven't got to read yet, but I have read the first volume and I loved it so much. I couldn't wait to get some more. So Horimiya is about Hori-san and Miyamura-kun, as you can see there. That was the original name, I think, of the original webcomic that this is based off of. So Hori-san and Miyamura-kun. So Hori is a girl who is very popular at school. These are not them on the front cover. I will show you inside. Hang on. So Hori is a girl who is very popular at school. She wears makeup at school, short skirts, and is very popular. Miyamura-kun is basically the opposite of that. He is seen as a gloomy nerd and looks like that at school. But outside of school, they end up becoming friends outside of school and realizing that they are each very different outside of a school setting. So at home, Hori doesn't really care about wearing makeup. She's much more of a homebody. She stays at home with her brother and cooks and cleans and does all that sort of stuff. And doesn't actually go out and hang out with friends as much as people think that she does. Miyamura-kun, on the other hand, also is very different outside of school. He has ear piercings and he has tattoos, and he wears his hair back. And this is basically them getting to know each other outside of school and learning that there are different sides to people, to every person, and they each have a story as to why they are the way that they are. And also developing feelings for one another. And the first volume was so cute and so wonderful. I just couldn't wait to get some more. So I've got volumes 2 and 3. I'm not sure how many are out in English yet. I think a few. I think at least 10. But yeah, I'm so excited to read these and to get some more. But again, I'm having a hard time finding volume 4. But hopefully I'll be able to find it soon for a reasonable price. So yeah. And the last thing I bought in November, but that didn't arrive until now, is Sweetness and Lightning Volume 6. I don't own it. At the time I bought this, I didn't own any other Sweetness and Lightning, but this went down to $4.50 on Amazon for a brand new copy, and I just could not pass it up because I did want to start reading this. So I've read the first few chapters online, and I really wanted to get to read it. It is adorable, and the art is lovely. It is about a dad who is recently has become a widower, and his wife passed away, and he is left to raise his daughter. But unfortunately, he doesn't really know how to cook. But then he goes to this restaurant one night where he meets this girl. This girl is actually, he's a teacher, and this girl is actually in his class at school, but her mum owns a restaurant. He ends up going to that restaurant by coincidence. The mum isn't there, but she is, but she doesn't really know how to cook very well either. So using tips that her mum gives her, she then starts to teach her teacher how to cook. And of course, this little adorable girl is there too. So yeah, this is just about those two learning to cook together and him learning how to take care of his daughter on his own now. And it is super cute and adorable. And one thing I really do like is that they make a different food in each chapter. That's what the thing is about. But then it gives you a recipe for how to make whatever that it was. So they're also like a mini recipe book as well. And they're absolutely lovely. Okay, so the next lot of books I'm going to show you are ones that I bought off Amazon or off Book Depository this month. Oh, I've definitely got way more books this month than I usually would, and I definitely spent a bit more than I probably should, but oh well, it happens sometimes. I'll just have to go a little bit easier in January. So the first thing I got is Volume 1, Volume 2, and Volume 8 of Kinokuniya Todoke. So I got Volume 8 along with these other two because it was down to $5, and I've heard that Kinokuniya Todoke might be going out of print soon, so I want to try and get as much of it as I possibly can before that happens, which is why I decided to purchase the first two as well. Kinokuniya Todoke is about a girl named Sawako, but who is known by her classmates as Sadako because they think that she looks scary, kind of like the girl from The Ring. But she's actually a really nice girl. She's not scary at all, and she's just, yeah, she's just a lovely girl. But there's one classmate that always treats her the same as everybody else. Him. His name is, hang on, sorry, I'm gonna have to look at the back. Oh, there's the back if you would like to look at it. Say his name there? Jeez. It doesn't. Okay. Sorry, I'm having a hard time remember what his name is. I'm trying to find it. Kazuhaya-kun. There it is. So Kazuhaya treats her the same way that he treats everyone else. He's not afraid to talk to her or look her in the eyes. And as the volume goes on, you realize that Kazuhaya actually has a crush on Sawako. But Sawako thinks that there's no way that someone like him could ever like someone like her. But she also has a crush on him. So it's like this back and forth of them liking each other, but them not knowing that the other one likes them back. And it's really cute, and it's so adorable. And this guy is just so sweet. At least in this first volume. I loved it. I can't wait to read the second volume and to get some more of this. This is definitely going to be a high priority for me to collect more of. It's just amazing. If you'd like to see a little bit more of the art. Let's see. Yeah, it's a really good series. I look forward to reading more of it in the future. Next, I have Volume 8 of Jonah of the Dawn. I also ordered Volume 7, but I don't think that will be coming for a little while. So, yeah, that's unfortunate. I also ordered Volume 11 of Kiss Him Not Me. That was also from Book Depository, and both of those, unfortunately, are going to take a little bit longer to get here than this other stuff, which is alright. I'm okay to wait for it, but yeah, Jonah of the Dawn Volume 8. I have read up to Volume 3 and own up to Volume 6, but I'm just waiting to get a bit more of it before I start reading it again, just because it's one of those ones that's so easy to binge read. like last time I bought the first couple, I just sat down and read them all pretty much one after the other, because it's just really interesting. So Jonah at the Dawn is about a girl named Jonah, who is princess, and she has a bodyguard named Hawk. Basically, her cousin, who she had a crush on, who is on the front here, murders her father and tries to take over the kingdom. Her and Hawk, her bodyguard, escape, and then they go on a journey to try and get the kingdom back from her evil cousin. So, yeah. I don't want to show too much because I don't want to show any spoilers. I don't want to spoil it for anyone, and I don't want to spoil it for me either. But as you can see, the art is very nice in this series. And I'm looking forward to reading it, to reading more of it. So, yeah. Next I have Comey Can't Communicate Volume 4. I'm really enjoying this series. I have read the first 3 volumes that I own. They are so good and so cute. Comey is adorable, but I also find her really relatable because I struggle so much with social anxiety and like communicating with people myself. Everything that happens is just so relatable, and yeah, I just adore it. It's also very cute the way that it's done in these little sketches. Like it's set out in very small chapters, more like little skits, as you can see from the front here. And Comey is beautiful and adorable, just amazing. But it basically, Comey has a hard time communicating, and this guy at school, I think his name is Tardano or something like that. Sorry, I'm really bad at remembering the names, but he discovers that she is bad at communicating, so he offers to help her reach her goal of making 100 friends. And this is her journey to making 100 friends and her growing friendship with Tardano. But yeah, I think it's really good and really cute. I look forward to getting more volumes. And the last thing in this pile is the Quintessential Quintuplets Volume 2. My partner bought me the first volume and I was very reluctant to read it. I don't know why. I think because it's like a harem kind of thing. I was a bit worried that it would be very ecchi. But I read the first volume and I was happy to find that it wasn't that bad. And I really like the art in it. It's very well done. And little panels on the back. Yeah, so I was just really happy that it wasn't ecchi, and it seemed kind of cute, so I wanted to get the next volume and give it a go. Keep reading for a little bit and give it more of a go. I don't think it's going to be very high on my priority list to collect. One, because there's just so many other things that I'm collecting at the moment that I am really into, but also because this is quite a new series. I think that it's going to be around for a while in print. But I did enjoy the first volume, and I will likely enjoy this one as well. Okay, so my last pile is going to be the things that I got from Kinokuniya in Sydney. So, unsurprisingly, considering earlier, the first thing I got from them is Sweetness and Lightning Volume 1. So I did read the first few chapters of this online, and I'm looking forward to reading the rest of this chapter, the rest of the chapters here. But like I said, about a dad who is recently widowed and raising his daughter and learning to cook. And it's just absolutely adorable. One thing I don't like though is that they have stickers on the back of them, which bugs me, because I will be able to get it off like glossy books, but not so much these ones that have a matte finish. But it's not that bad. It doesn't affect the cover or anything like that. It doesn't cover anything important, just the little rating sticker. So I can live with it. It's just, I wish they didn't do that. And then the last thing I got from Kinokuniya is volumes 12, 13, and 14 of Kiss Him Not Me, which when volume 11 comes from Book Depository, that will complete the set. So I have been collecting this for years. It's the first manga I ever actually bought myself, and I'm very happy to finally have the end of it, and I can't wait to read it and see how it ends. These ones also have stickers on the back, unfortunately, but I should be able to get them off these ones since they have such a glossy cover. I just haven't tried yet. Also, I love the cover of this last one here. It's just so cute. One issue I did have with this though is with volume 12. All these other ones, as you can see on the spines, they came perfectly fine. They're not banged up. They're good. Unfortunately, volume 12 did not come that way. It came bashed up, which I was a bit disappointed with, and the pages are a little bit yellow. The yellowing wouldn't have bothered me so much, but that does. Because it's quite a bit more damage than I'm used to. I've had some that come to me damaged before from like Book Depot and stuff like that, where they have a little bit of a chip out of the corner, and I'm fine with that. But this is really bad damage. And it's even caused like some creases on the back cover and the front cover there. So I did contact them. They said they're going to send me a prepaid parcel package so that I can send this back to them, and they'll give me a refund so that I can order it from somewhere else, which I'm going to do. I'm probably just going to order it from Book Depository. It's a shame that it came damaged, but they were so nice about it. They got back to me within a day of me sending the email that it was damaged. The only reason that they didn't give me an exchange copy is because they don't have any more of them in stock and they have nowhere to get them. So they were really good about it. I do still think that Kinokuniya is good, and I will definitely order from them again. But if you don't know what Kiss Me I'm Not Me is about, it is about this girl who is a Fujoshi. She was a heavier set girl before, but her favorite character died, and then she lost a bunch of weight, and then all these guys started showing an interest in her and asking her out. And yeah, it's just her learning how to be in a relationship with people and discovering whether she has feelings, whether she is ready for a relationship, and whether she can have feelings for people. Personally, my favorite is Mutsumi, because he liked her even before she lost the weight. He just didn't realize it, and at one point she gains it back, and he's the only one that doesn't really care, and he's the only guy, because this is a girl here who doesn't really care. There is a female love interest as well, as you can see down here. She's also pretty cool. I know that the weight loss thing is probably problematic and could be triggering for some people, so if that's the case, then don't feel the need to read this one. It is a bit weird that they did that, but I really enjoyed it, and I'm really looking forward to getting to read the end of this, because it's quite a fun series. So yeah, so that brings me to the end of the December haul. It's definitely a lot more books than I thought I would be getting this month. Obviously a good chunk of them down there were actually from November and they just didn't arrive yet, but it's definitely more than I would normally have. But yeah, I'm happy with my haul, and I'm happy with what I got. I'll probably slow down a little bit in January, but I'm still going to be buying manga and still going to be reading it and loving it, because it's just something I'm really passionate about at the moment. So yeah, but thank you so much if you watch this video. If the other two show up before I post this, I will add them to the end of the video, but I doubt that they will. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!